Peace, Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in nature, baby. Beautiful birds everywhere singing to us those sweet tunes. But are you starting to feel a bit strange right now? Are you going through an awakening and don't even know it? 10 signs you're becoming awake and don't even know it. Let's just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. We got a whole lot to talk about. Now, I got a great question that came in. If you've got a question, add me on Instagram at Infinite Waters. Don't email me, I get thousands there. Someone asked, Ralph, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Like, really, Ralph? Are you serious? I'm like totally freaking out right now, Ralph. I don't even look the same, Ralph. Reality is starting to look a little bit trippy. I'm not only tripping up, ouch, I just fell on my ass, Ralph. I'm also tripping out. I feel like, Ralph, I'm being reborn. Talk to me. Rebirthed. Am I going through an awakening? Or am I going crazy? Shout out to Yoga Flow Yoga Guru. She wrote to me, she's like, Ralph, I've been watching your videos for 6 years. They've helped me become happier. You helped me get my butt out of the matrix, Ralph. But when you have your retreat, don't forget about me. I will not forget about you. Shout out to all the amazing deep divers who've been diving deep with me back in the day. Since back in the day when I was in my backyard just chilling with a mango in my mouth. You are appreciated. But I connect with millions of people. Babies, 3-year-olds, 18-year-olds, 50-year-olds, and people who are over 100. A lot of teenagers watch my videos. You might be going through an awakening right now and don't even know it. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? So let me share with you what's helped me along my journey. Because when I was a teenager, I was going through a massive awakening. And many people on planet Earth right now are going through massive awakenings, having a paradigm shift, a new level of awareness, a new mind, a new way of seeing the world. And sometimes we don't even know it because it happens in our teenage years. Sometimes you're like 15 and you're like, am I going crazy? No, you're not. I'm here to tell you, you are not going crazy. You are just becoming awake. Slow motion this side. There have been some amazing films about awakening and becoming enlightened. The Matrix. You are the one, Neo. I always thought I was Morpheus as well. Which pill, Neo? Fantastic film. Inception. Talking about how there are so many layers to reality. Fantastic film. Christopher, I'm still waiting for you to cast me into one of your films. What else? Alice in Wonderland. Fantastic film. The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz. Fantastic film. Dorothy. The power has been with you all along. That's what it means to be awake. Slow motion this side. It's a knowing that the power has been with you all along, okay? In the beginning of the film, Dorothy was not awake. By the end, she was, because she said like, hey, it's you behind the curtain? Oh my gosh, what a shame. Thought it would be the cat down the road, right? So, the 4 levels of consciousness I always speak of. Let's go through them before we start. The drone archetype. This is an individual who is asleep, who is in a state of ignorance because they have a lack of self-knowledge. They don't know who they are. Okay? And we are all born into a drone archetype state. I was, because you are given a name, you are sent to school where you're taught a whole load of lies, you get a job you don't like, and then you're just miserable, okay? Hopefully you don't stay at the drone archetype state, the person who just doesn't think for themselves, okay? You move to the next level of consciousness, which is the artist archetype. Who's your favorite artist? Don't you love it when they sing to you? Don't they touch your soul? I thought so, because they are opening their throat chakra. They've moved to a higher level of consciousness. They are now sharing their human experience, how they feel, their emotions, what they're going through, their love life, what they ate. Okay? We love our favorite artists. However, although artists can inspire us, many times a lot of artists still have to work on themselves. You go to the next level of consciousness, which is the alchemist. The alchemist, okay? This is someone who is transmuting the energy around them. You've had a bad day, you make it a good one. You're falling down, you get up. Negative, positive, right? Powerful. You're now learning more about your emotions and how your thoughts create your reality. And then the fourth level of consciousness is the wizard. Now you realize that you are creating your reality. You are also a co-creator of your reality. You realize you are a multidimensional being having a human experience. Slow motion this side. You realize that you can become anything you choose because ultimately all the power has been with you all along. You also realize that the truth can't be told, it has to be realized. The wizard can create out of thin air. That's why a lot of wizards are able to manifest whatever they desire. The cat down the road is a wizard. So, what's the first sign you're becoming awake and don't even know it? So when I was a teenager, 14, 15, I started to get goosebumps. I developed super awareness. I was becoming more intuitive. So if you think you're going crazy because you are having more awareness, no, you're not going crazy. It means you are becoming awake to your true power. Super awareness, okay? I'll give you an example. Let's just say you're at home and the TV is on in another room. You go inside and the news is on. And then you just walk out and you're like, I don't even know why I just walked out. Because you were able to pick up the frequencies, they were no good. You are able to pick up vibes from people, places. And you have this super awareness. Awareness is all about being conscious. There are many levels of awareness, like there are many levels of consciousness. Everybody is aware, but to a different degree. Everybody is conscious, but to a different degree, because there are levels to this shit, right? So if you have this super awareness, you are awakening. Embrace it. You are becoming more sensitive, more intuitive, okay? That's the first sign of being awake. Super awareness to your environment, but also to how you are feeling emotionally and mentally. What's the second sign? You're becoming awake and don't even know it. You don't even know it. I don't even know it. You are asking more questions than ever. How did human beings get here? Where did we come from? How did this all begin? When did it happen? You're curious now. That's right. You got the binoculars out. Where did we come from, right? You are becoming more awake because the answer they give you does not satisfy you. What? Slow motion this side. You are becoming more awake because the answer they give you does not satisfy you. You're realizing what you learned at school, most of it was a lie and it wasn't the truth. You realize the truth can't be told, it has to be realized. Now, sometimes when you're a teenager or even in your early adulthood or even in your midlife, right? Or even when you're 100, okay? You're just asking questions. And you don't even know you're going through a massive spiritual awakening, because that's what happens in an awakening. You start to seek the truth. You start to ask questions. How long has the moon been there? How long has the sun been there? A fool never asks any questions. A fool just blindly accepts. A wise woman or a wise man asks a million questions because that's how you learn. Slow motion this side. So if you keep asking questions, no, you're not crazy. It just means you're becoming awake. What's the third sign you're becoming awake and don't even know it? 7-day vegan challenge, grapefruit, papaya, mangoes, blueberries, a little bit of cinnamon, baby. Cinnamon challenge, no. Raspberry challenge, that's more like it. You have a better food selection, better than ever. You're making better food choices. You're taking care of your health. You're becoming more awake and don't even know it. You're refusing the processed meats. When you go out with your friends, you're like, actually, I don't want that sausage. The hot dog, which is full of nitrates, which cause cancer. You're like, I don't want that. And you're like, I don't even know why I do that, Ralph, but I'm just not drawn to processed junk, which is going to make me feel like crap. And all my friends, Ralph, are saying, hey, don't worry, you only live once. But I'm like, actually, we are infinite beings. You are becoming more awake and you don't even know it. When you are starting to embrace a more plant-based diet, you got your green juice going, you got your bananas going, got your cranberries going, got your pecans going, your hazelnuts going, your chia seed porridge going, your sweet almond milk going. You just want to eat healthier, and you don't even know why. You are becoming more awake because for the first time you are realizing that actually animals are sentient beings who deserve to be respected. I stopped eating meat. Little did I know I was going through a massive spiritual awakening, because for the first time I had compassion not only for myself, but all life forms around me. You are becoming more awake and you don't even know it. What's the fourth sign you are becoming more awake and, well, don't even know it? You are seeing repeating number sequences everywhere. 444. I always get these kinds of messages like 3 o'clock in the morning. Ralph, I'm seeing 111. Ralph, I'm seeing 333. Ralph, I'm seeing 888. Ralph, I'm seeing 999. Ralph, I'm seeing 666. Ralph, I'm seeing 555. We could actually make a song. 222, 111. Repeating numbers everywhere, okay? If you are seeing that, I used to see like 1111. Like when I was like 14, but I didn't know what it was. Now I do that. It's a sign that you are becoming more awake. You are now realizing we are not just what we have been told. We're not just this physical body. We are the primordial life force energy that lies beneath it. Slow motion this side. But when you are seeing these repeating numbers, you're like, okay, maybe it's just like a coincidence. There are no coincidences. That's what I found out later on, okay? I was becoming more awake because I kept seeing these numbers, and I realized it was because I was in more alignment of the truth of who I actually was. I was becoming more authentic. So that's what happens. As you move more into alignment, the numbers will align, okay? Number one, meaning a new beginning. If you keep seeing 1111, a new beginning is on the horizon, okay? What's the fifth sign you're becoming awake and don't even know it? Synchronicity. You are having more synchronicity. And you're like, it could be another coincidence that I was just thinking about someone and then they just appeared. I was just thinking about a guitar, then I just got a free one from the cat down the road. I'm just thinking about food and then someone actually finally buys me breakfast. Yeah, right. Synchronicity is where your dominant thoughts align with your life and become your dominant experiences. Slow motion this side. And that's the proof you are becoming more awake. And sometimes we don't even know it. Okay? If you can realize this, that every single day, everybody around the planet, around the globe, is having synchronistic experiences. However, if you acknowledge the synchronicity, you are becoming more awake, right? And that's the secret. So no, you're not going crazy. If you're starting to see a correlation between your thoughts and what's actually appearing in your reality, you are becoming more awake and you don't even know it, okay? What's the sixth sign you're becoming awake and don't even know it? Once again, because so much is happening so soon. Many times we confuse, oh, I'm going crazy, with actually, no, you're not going crazy, you're just becoming more awake. You are now becoming a natural alchemist, okay? You're becoming an alchemist. An alchemist is someone who makes the best out of the worst and never allows external events to govern their internal condition. Slow motion this side. I'm an alchemist, baby. You are becoming more awake and don't even know it. If you're like, actually, I don't have to be positive all the time, Ralph, you're becoming more awake and don't even know it. I didn't come here to be positive. I just came here to be me. You're awake and don't even know it, right? Happened to me along my journey. I realized that, hey, positive people also go through negative experiences, but they never allow those negative experiences to take over. Slow motion this side. So if you are someone who is no longer trash talking yourself, you are becoming more awake and you don't even know it, because you are now working in favor of yourself and your highest good and potential. What's the seventh? Baby sign you're becoming awake and don't even know it. You are drawn to beautiful, exotic, exuberant nature spaces. And sometimes it is a beautiful serendipity. Oh, I just landed in nature, baby. We ain't even had breakfast yet. Okay? So what's helped me along my journey? When I was a teenager, I would always just go into the forest. Like, sometimes I would be alone. And that's usually what happens, okay? You are awake and you don't even know it, because you're like, hey, I just need to get away from people right now and come to the forest, okay? If you're drawn to the woods. I love the woods, I love the forest, I love the mountains, I love the ocean. And when I was a teenager, I would just be at the beach, sometimes by myself, or the cat down the road was with me, playing the flute, right? And what would happen? I feel so at peace. I was becoming awake and I didn't even know it, because once again, I was healing myself by practicing ecotherapy. Slow motion this side. So if you are always drawn to nature spaces and you're like, I don't even know why I like it here, You are becoming awake and don't even know it. What's the 8th sign? You're becoming awake and don't even know it. Career change. A normal job is not interesting. You are becoming awake and don't even know it because deep down your soul craves more. You know there is more to life. If you keep constantly changing jobs, jumping from job to job to job, you are becoming more awake and you don't even know it. Like, I was becoming more awake when I kept filling out different job applications because I'm like, I don't want to work here. I don't want to work here. And I would spend a long time at certain jobs, but I'm like, hey, I just want to chill in nature. Can we do that? I just want to be free. I'm a renegade. Never been afraid to say what's on my mind at any given time or day. Right? Shout out to Eminem and Jay-Z, right? Who won that? Who won that song, the verse, right? Look, yes, if you aren't interested in just working like the rest, if you are all about really having higher states of living, a higher quality of life, baby, living free, because ultimately we are here to have this human experience as multidimensional beings. It's all about freedom. So I was like, okay, I'm going to find something that can help me become financially free, but also have fun. And that's what I'm doing every single day. So I was always changing jobs, not realizing in hindsight, I was becoming more aware and I didn't even know it because finally I ended up here. Hooray! What's the 9th sign? You're becoming awake and don't even know it. Nah, I don't want to listen. Nah, I don't want to listen. You don't have time for drama. Ain't nobody got time for that. You ain't got time for gossip. Ain't nobody got time for that because you don't want to be distracted right now. Once again, you're becoming awake. You're becoming more conscious because you're like, hey, if I get distracted, it's going to slow me down, right? A lot of people, they bring you stuff about other people. You're like, I don't need to hear that right now. Thanks. Bye. You are becoming more awake because subconsciously you're like, actually, is this helping me? Or is this just distracting me? You don't want to be distracted because you are here to help people. And subconsciously you know that. I knew it. I had a willingness to help. I was awake and didn't even know it. I would help the cat down the road out. Then I'm like, actually, I want to start inspiring people. Okay, and I was just helping people. And I was becoming more awake and I didn't even know it because ultimately that's what awakening and being aware is all about. It's not just about you. It's about seeing the interconnectedness between everything around you. Slow motion this side. And what's the 10th sign? You're becoming awake and don't even know it. Now, beautiful deep divers. Are you trying to impress someone? No, you're not, are you? Right? You are becoming more awake and don't even know it because ain't nobody got time for that again. You can't be bothered to impress people. You're like such a fringe dweller. That's why sometimes you're like, I might be a bit of a loner. I'm a bit weird, Ralph. No, you're just awake. Because you realize it's not about fitting into society's norms and conditioning and expectations. You didn't come here to do that. And usually it happens in our teenage years when we start bunking school and stuff, where we're like, hey, I just want to find my own identity, right? So you are becoming awake and don't even know it when you're like, I don't want to fit in. I don't want to impress people. I just want to be my true, authentic self. And then just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? You are becoming awake and don't even know it. Well, now you do know it. Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in nature, baby. Gorgeous weather. Life is great. We're just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Have a beautiful day, deep divers. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, Stay healthy. Peace. You! It feels so good to be awake, baby.